Hi, I'm Cory Silverberg. I'm a writer and a teacher, and today I want to read to you a book I wrote called What Makes a Baby. It's about what makes a baby. Have you ever noticed that if you ask adults about what makes babies, they can get uncomfortable and embarrassed and not answer your questions? This book can help. What the book does is it talks about the three things that all of us need to make a baby, and it also gives you an opportunity to learn some of the ways that you were made in the kind of unique story that is yours. Some of us know a lot about how we were made and know all the stories, and some of us don't know very much at all. The thing is, I think we should all be able to ask questions, and that's what this book is about. So I'm going to read it to you now. What Makes a Baby? Written by Cory Silverberg and illustrated by Fiona Smith. A book for every kind of family and every kind of kid. This is a story about how babies are made. The first thing you need to know is you can't make a baby out of nothing. You have to start with something. This is an egg. Not all bodies have eggs in them. Some do, and some do not. Inside the egg are so many stories all about the body the egg came from. This is a sperm. Not all bodies have sperm in them. Some do, and some do not. Inside the sperm, just like inside the egg, there are so many stories all about the body the sperm came from. When grown-ups want to make a baby, they need to get an egg from one body and sperm from another body. They also need a place where the baby can grow. This is a uterus. It is a place where a baby can grow. You might think that everyone has a uterus, since it has the words you and us in it, but not everyone has a uterus. Just like eggs, and just like sperm, some bodies have a uterus, and some bodies do not. Every body that has a uterus has it in the same place, just below the belly button, in the squishy middle part. When an egg and a sperm meet, they swirl together in a special kind of dance. As they dance, they talk to each other. The egg tells the sperm all the stories it has to tell about the body it came from, and the sperm tells the egg all the stories it has to tell about the body it came from. When their dance is done, they are not two things anymore. They danced around and shared so much, they became one brand new thing. At first, it is just a tiny thing. Sometimes this tiny thing does not grow, and sometimes it grows into a baby, like you did. Who helped bring together the sperm and the egg that made you? Who was happy that it was you who grew? Everything that grows, grows differently. Each of us grow in our own way. How a baby grows depends on the stories that the egg and the sperm share and on the uterus the baby is growing inside of. But before a baby can be born, it has to get bigger and bigger and bigger. This usually takes about 40 weeks. Sometimes the baby is ready to come out on its own. Sometimes a midwife or a doctor will be the one to say it is time for the baby to be born. No matter who decides, the baby does not just hop out by itself. Some babies are born by coming out through a part of the body that most people call the vagina. And other times, doctors will make a special opening below the belly button, take the baby out, and then close up the hole. Whichever way the baby comes out, it's a pretty big deal for the baby. It's also a pretty big deal for the people who waited and waited and waited for the baby to be born. Sometimes it takes a long time, sometimes it's quick. Sometimes it hurts a little, and sometimes it hurts a lot. But usually everyone needs a lot of rest afterwards. Who was waiting for you to be born? This is the back of the book, and on the back there are pretend quotes. It says, "Praise for what makes a baby." And Allie, age 3, says, "I laughed, I cried, I needed a new diaper." Sophie, age 6, says, "Silverberg's nuanced treatment of reproduction and gestation was a revelation." And Kai, age 2.5, says, "I like the pretty colors, and the pages taste great." That's the book. Thanks for listening.